guys, what's up? My name's Dakota. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I originally wanted and intended this channel to be. This is supposed to be a beauty channel on just beauty tips, makeup tutorials, all that kind of good stuff, but I haven't started my channel yet because I feel like I've just been very blocked in what I want to do, and something came up today that really struck a nerve with me, and I figured I would just sit in front of my camera and talk about it. And this video is going to be controversial. I already know that. I'm expecting to get comments that are going to be kind of going against what I'm saying and my opinions. That's fine. However, what I am asking of you is, if you do not agree with this video, simply just don't watch it. Click past it. You don't have to write any hate comments on it. Don't say something that's going to make other people look like they're being degraded, basically. Just be respectful. Come on, we're adults here. I was on YouTube today, and if you guys don't know who Gigi Gorgeous is, she is a transgender. She made the transformation from being a male to being a female, and she's on YouTube. She's very popular. I love her. I've been watching her for years, from when she was Gregory to now being Gigi. And she's a beauty guru on YouTube. She's also a very influential person, and she recently just made a documentary talking about, I don't know if it's out yet. I just watched the trailer today, so I don't know if it's out yet. I don't think it is. But it's the Gigi Gorgeous official trailer, and it is called This Is Everything. So it's a documentary on YouTube. Like I said, I don't know if it's out yet. All I did was watch the trailer today. It's just so beautiful in my eyes how she can share an experience and maybe make other people feel like if they're different or if they're not comfortable being the person that they are currently, that they can change, and it's normal. A lot of people who do the transformation of, going to be transgender from male to female or female to male, don't have a lot of support in their life from their families and their loved ones. And I feel like it's just so great in this generation how we have YouTube, because a lot of people are making the transformation and making it known that, hey, it's okay to be different. I feel like it's a lot more acceptable now than it was back then. However, we do still have some of the people who are trying to go against it and are trying to just put their 2 cents in where it's not really asked for. So what struck me was, immediately after I watched the trailer, I went down to the comments, and automatically it was just negative, 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 negative. I didn't see one positive comment till maybe halfway down the page. By the way, if you hear a lot of stomping, it's my fucking neighbors. They don't know how to shut the fuck up. Okay, so anyway. So let's just go through some of the comments before I begin my rant. Okay. Stop pushing this fringe bullshit in my feed, YouTube. Wait, so she's famous because she's trans. Poor dad. There are 2 genders and many mental illnesses. That pisses me off. We're gonna get into that in a minute. This is gross. Nobody wants to see this crap. Why do I see this sickening trailer on the front page of YouTube every time I go on? This is what the average American moron cares about. Why doesn't YouTube and all the other media feature things that actually matter, like veteran stories or updates on the war in the Middle East or this day in American history stuff, or just plain patriotic things? But no, they stick on useless, sick garbage like this that means nothing or does or did nothing for the betterment of America. All the American heroes who died for freedom for this country from the Rev War up until now died, so this trash can be the most important thing we can care about. I'm just going to stop there because I think that comment pretty much set the tone for a lot of things that people are commenting on this video. I'm just going to get into one thing. Being who you are in America is okay, and we are given the right to be who we are. Therefore, there should not be a problem with it. At the end of the day, our general goal is to be happy. I think that if you ask somebody what their goal in life is with themselves, it's probably to be happy. So you're telling me that because somebody is born feeling uncomfortable with the way that they are, that they have to go through their whole entire lives feeling like a man in a woman's body or a woman in a man's body, uncomfortable, hating their day-to-day life, not being happy and not being fulfilled, and they have to die like that, not being happy, taking that to the grave because you don't agree with it and you think it's trash. Okay, so this is my problem with that. I am happy being who I am as a girl. I don't feel the need to go and be somebody else because I'm happy with the way I am. However, there are a lot of people that are not happy with who they are. If I was not happy being a woman and I was like, you know what, like, I've dressed in male clothes my whole entire life, I've liked things that are more towards the male side, I don't feel like I was meant to be a girl, then you know what, I feel like that would be an appropriate time to think about transitioning. And I'm pretty sure my friends and family would back me up on that because they love me. It doesn't matter what you decide to do with your life. If people love and support you, they're going to support you no matter what your decision is, because it makes you happy. So with that general statement, I think we just need to think about how it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to go against the norm. Like, I read this quote the other day that said, I used to always say to myself, somebody needs to change that. And then I realized that I'm that somebody. And that sentence struck out to me so much, because there are people, like children, who grow up with parents who tell them being transgender is not okay. And if you meet somebody like that, you can't be associated with them. And to me, that's so wrong, because these kids grow up thinking that it's wrong to be transgender, or it's wrong to be gay, it's wrong to be bisexual, it's wrong to be anything that goes against what their parents say, because that's their little bubble that they live in, because they grew up in a time where that shit wasn't okay. And they press that onto their children, and their children are learning that, and their children are growing up and they're making fun of people who are gay, they're making fun of people who are bisexual, they're making fun of people who are transgender. And to me, racism and being against something just because you're not it, or because you think it's wrong, that's learned. Like, these things are learned. You don't just grow up being like, oh, I'm against people who are transgender, I'm against people who are black, I'm against people who choose to love somebody of the same sex. No, you get taught that kind of stuff, and then that's your opinion from then on out. For me, I was taught to love people no matter who you were. Like, no matter who you are, as long as you respect me, I'm gonna respect you. Doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what you're into, doesn't matter if you have a different religion than me, doesn't matter if you don't believe in God, like, I'm still going to respect you and love you because you are a human. And that's the thing, is that when you strip yourself down at the end of the day and you lay in bed at night, that is who you are. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, or who you choose to love, or who you choose to be. When you strip yourself down, we are all human beings, and we deserve to be treated that way. Like, I just think that everybody needs to stop this standardized bullshit of the fact that you need to be the same person. No, we were created different for a reason. Somebody who is created differently from me is somebody who doesn't like to public speak like this. I like to do this because I feel like I have a voice and it needs to be heard, and this generation needs somebody like me to step up and be like, hey, it's not okay to make fun of somebody just because they're not like you. It's not okay to discriminate against somebody who has a different color skin or who is transgender. I feel like this generation needs somebody to step up and say that, because there's so many people that's trying to knock them down. And for me, it's like, just because you yell or the volume of your voice is high does not mean that your opinion is going to be heard any much more than if you said it in a way where it doesn't offend other people. If there was a comment on this video that said, I don't agree with this, I'm not gonna watch it, whatever, that's what you're saying and that's what you wanna do. Okay, you're being respectful about it, but to basically say this shit shouldn't be up because I think that they should be focusing more on veterans. Like, okay, nobody at all is sitting here criticizing veterans. Veterans are great people. They've done amazing things for our country, and I praise them every day. If I ever see one, I thank them. Or if I ever even see somebody who's doing a service for our country, I thank them, because that is the right thing to do, and I respect them like to the highest standard. However, it's not okay to use them as like your target, saying like, okay, we need to focus more on this, so fuck you if you're transgender. That's not okay. It's not okay to give light to one group and take away the shine from another. It just doesn't make any sense, and the fact that this person even put that comment in there really pisses me off, because now you're trying to make it look like we don't focus enough on our veterans, which I know I do. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's what I do. So to me, if you're putting your opinion out there that is going to discriminate towards somebody else, you obviously just aren't happy with your life, because happy people don't go around spending their time on YouTube commenting on something, sorry there's a little fuzz, that is going to discriminate towards somebody who's transgender, or is going to make them feel like less than themselves, which they probably already do. Like, you don't understand waking up every day and not being content with yourself, and then having your family tell you like what you're doing is wrong, or having your friends go against you because you choose to be different, is already hard enough. And that's why a lot of people who are gay, are transgender, have a problem with wanting to stay alive. There's suicide for that reason, because on top of them already feeling like they are going against what people want them to do, there's people like this who comment on shit and make them already feel less than what they are, which when they already do. So it's basically just amplifying it, putting more fuel into the fire, making them feel like shit. And for me, honestly, happy people don't go around making others feel like shit. It's just not a thing that happens. Like, okay, is somebody being bi, gay, or transgender, is it making your credit score bad? Is it making you not being able to pay the mortgage on your house? Is it making you not being able to feed your kids and provide for your family? Is it making you not successful in college? Is it making your job shitty? Is it making you unemployed? No. None of these things that are going on with people deciding to be happy is making your life any worse. The only person who's making it worse is yourself, because in your mind you want to be stuck inside of this stupid standardized society bullshit that says that this isn't okay. Like, if it's not affecting your home, then why do you care about it? Like, I never in my life have met somebody, besides on the internet, who have said, I'm really against people that choose to be different because, oh my God, like I couldn't get my paycheck last week because of those people. Like, no, I don't understand why we feel the need to make somebody feel less than themselves because we have an opinion on who they should be. Like, if it's not you, why do you care so much? Like, I don't understand why we have to tell people who they should and shouldn't be just because we disagree with it. You can disagree with something. It's America. You are never in your life going to 100% agree with what somebody's doing. But you can either quietly just disagree and exit to the left, or you can be this immature guy on YouTube, who I'm not going to name names because, you know what, I'm not going to be petty. I should, but I'm not going to. You can be this guy who's probably 50 years old, at home, has no wife, no kids, and is very lonely and just happy with his life because he never went after what he wanted. Which brings me to my last point. Going after something that you want is something that we are told to do every single day, right? We're told to graduate high school, go into a 4-year university, get a bachelor's degree, and then go to grad school and get a master's degree, and then go after the job that we truly want to do. So that's okay, right? Because that's what society tells us to do. But when somebody wants to make a transition, or when somebody wants to be different, because that's going to make them happy, we're telling them that they can't do that, or that we don't deserve to be publicizing this or giving this, glorification or anything like that, because they want to do what they want to do and they want to go after what they want to do. That to me is just being such a hypocrite, because you can't just tell somebody to grow up and to be who they want to be. Like, that's what we tell our kids. They could be whatever they want to be, and then when they decide to be something that they want to be, we tell them that they can't do that, or that's not normal, that you shouldn't be doing that. Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, growing up, I was never somebody who liked Barbies or like anything of that nature. I like boy stuff. Like, that's all I wanted to do because I grew up with all brothers. So I was a tomboy. My mom let me be a tomboy. I never wanted to wear dresses, never wanted to wear skirts, never wanted to wear jeans. I only wanted to wear sweatsuits every day of my life because I didn't like that girly shit. And my mom was fine with that. She let me pick out my own clothes. She let me wear what I wanted to wear. She let me play with what I wanted to play with. And like, I feel like nowadays, like when little boys at daycare want to go and dress up in the skirts, everyone's like, no, don't do that. Our parents get mad. And it's like, why? Like, why can't they explore what other people wear? Like, I don't understand that. It's like we're so afraid of our children becoming different that we want to prevent it right when they're born. And the same thing goes with like a little girl going to the store and picking out a black doll instead of a Caucasian doll. People want to say something about that. We see that on Facebook all the time. We see that on the news all the time. Like, people are always trying to be derogatory, saying like, oh, why don't you want a white Barbie instead of a black Barbie? Who cares? At the end of the day, when you strip it down, it's still a damn Barbie. Like, I don't understand why this is such a big deal to everybody. And at the end of the day, we have bigger things to worry about. We have world hunger, we have homeless veterans, we have homeless people, we have people who are being raped, we have people who are being accused of murder that didn't actually do anything. Like, we have so much to worry about that is so way out of this world that we need to take care of first before we worry about somebody making a decision about them being happy. So at the end of the day, I think we need to focus on the bigger picture. I know this video is probably not going to change every single person and their opinion, but what I hope it will do is maybe open up your eyes a little bit more that we need to just focus on the big picture here and let people do what they want to do and let people be who they want to be. Like, if it makes you happy, then that's great, and I love you for that, and I think that you should keep doing it. And Gigi Gorgeous, let me just tell you that you are one of the biggest inspirations that I think this generation is ever going to see, because if it wasn't for you, and if it wasn't for people like Caitlyn Jenner who made the transformation, I feel like a lot of people who really wanted to make that transformation and that wanted to become who they truly are or who they truly feel they should be, I don't think they would have done it if it wasn't for people like you, because it took somebody like you to say, this is me, this is who I am, I have no shame in it. And if you don't have somebody who is in your corner, and if your friends think you're weird and your parents don't understand you, then I'm here for you, and I want to love you, and I want to be that support system. And she actually said that in one of like her early on videos when her name was still Greg, that, you know, what I just said, like, if you don't have somebody, I'm here for you. And I think if it wasn't for people like her who got in front of the camera and told their story every day, there would still be people that would be afraid to be who they are. And I just think she's one of the greatest inspirations. Same thing with like Caitlyn Jenner. I'm not going to go too into that, but I think it's great how she decided to be who she wanted to, and in front of, you know, a national audience, a national TV network, that she made that transformation and said, you know what, I've been unhappy my whole entire life, and I don't care how old I am, I'm gonna be who I want to be. And I think that opened a lot of doors for people who were struggling with that, and they feel like they have somebody in their corner because they can say like, hey, my parents don't agree with what I'm doing, my friends don't agree with what I'm doing, I'm getting bullied at school all the time, but I know that if she did it, I can do it. And I think that's just great. So I'm gonna end this video. I'm kind of getting sick of hearing myself talk, and I'm sure you are too. This channel is not just going to be me ranting all the time. I promise I'm gonna do like makeup tutorials and beauty tips, and I have a daughter, so I'm gonna do like mommy vlogs and stuff like that. But I just think that this was an appropriate time to talk about this subject, and I am a lot more comfortable doing these videos than any other ones about just expressing and glorifying the right to be who we are. So if you like what you saw, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow me on my social media. I'll link that down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.